What is going on, MaidThis fam? We're back for another Kaizen update. Jenny, I think we might have missed last month. It's too much
Yeah,
excitement happening, but we got a
yeah,
pretty big update here for you.
yeah. October and November flew by, so I think it's
Yeah.
yeah. Let's jump into it.
I think we're all just extra hyped on MaidThis Live X, which just happened. So that might have been it.
Yeah, I think so. That was
Yeah, but
a good reason. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So huge shout out to some franchisees hitting their anniversary of MaidThis. So Danielle and David, if you guys are watching this, I don't know if you know, but you guys are in 4 years now, which is crazy. First franchisees for Denver. Now they own Boulder. Now they own Austin. So awesome to see you guys' growth.
yeah,
Akila and Matt. Akila from McKinney, Matt from Tampa. You guys are a year in, which actually, Jenny, it feels like they've been here for a lot longer. So
yeah,
I think it's kind of crazy that's only been a year.
yeah. We were having that debate, right? When did they actually start? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool for sure.
Yeah. Congrats, guys.
Yeah. And now we've got 2 new franchisees who have graduated training. They're up and running and launched. We've got Milwaukee and Cape Coral. Couldn't be more pumped. These guys were actually able to make it to MaidThis Live too. So that was especially cool to see them right out of training, in person and meeting with other franchisees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John and Brianna set the record for getting a closed sale on week 2 of training. Do you remember? Like, yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Coming in like, oh crap, I got to lead. How do I do this? So that was
Yeah.
cool to see.
Yep, for sure. Agreed. Speaking of MaidThis Live X, man.
Oh,
Yeah. It
this
was
was
such a
so
cool
fun.
event. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this was the second event we've ever had and the second event of the year. The first one was MaidThis Live in Orlando in May. This one was awesome, in my opinion, Jenny, because it was a lot of people who weren't able to make it to Orlando.
Yeah.
And the speakers were live. It felt like super intimate. There was 20 of us total.
Yeah.
Everyone got headshots done. Everyone got videos for their website done. That we got to meet the speakers live. It was just like, it was such a cool vibe. I had so much fun.
Same. And I think what we're like a week and a half out from it, and I just still feel that energy. I'm still hearing things people have learned, people are implementing, and even on our end, I think you and I have spoken about things that
Mm-hmm.
taking away and we're putting into practice. So it was a very cool event. We had David who came in via Zoom, like
Yep.
from around the globe. That was awesome. Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, we had Josh Latimer speak, and Josh Latimer also spoke via Zoom on the first MaidThis Live conference, and he came here live as well, and like absolute spellbinding talk. I can't even describe it.
Yeah.
Mike Gregory, who is a marketing genius, came in and gave some things around the home service industry and marketing. We actually have all the talks recorded, guys, so we're going to start teasing them out in the Slack channel over the next few weeks once we get them uploaded. But that'd be a really cool benefit. There's just like, they were all incredible sessions. I think the average rating was like a 4.9 for all the sessions. Like it was super high.
Yeah, very much. Very cool. So excited to do this again in the coming year at some point.
Mm-hmm.
With that, one of the other things that I've just noticed, like going back over Slack when we prepare for these calls and we look at what a franchisee's been doing, like the community participation and boots on the ground work and franchisees leaning into building relationships, building partnerships, creating events has just been awesome. So this is just like a quick snapshot. Like I can name, you've got Philly, you've got Myrtle Beach, you've got San Antonio, you've got Salt Lake City. These guys are finding opportunities to get out, make an impact, get the brand out there, right? You got Makai rocking his sweet hat with the MaidThis logo. It's been a really cool, I think, evolution in terms of embracing the community marketing with the franchisees.
I think the people who embrace this a lot more, and we're seeing this a lot more with the franchisees, are crushing it, right? And what I've noticed, at least from looking at some of the data, the leads which come in through community marketing tend to be more recurring and tend to be stickier long-term. Now, obviously, all of us know it takes a little bit longer than just flipping on an ad, but long-term, this is crushing it from what we've seen. And it's just cool to see what everyone's posting on Slack of all the different things people are doing. Yeah, it's awesome. And now we have, of course, Steven on board, whose only job is to help out all you franchisees with community marketing. So definitely lean into this.
For sure. I think the other thing I'd add there is leads that come in from that convert at such a higher rate in terms of any other like marketing channel we're doing. So yeah, speaking of channels, speaking of communication, this is one of the big projects that, again, and you'll see Steven pop up here in a minute, that we kind of took on the last couple of months was how can we improve our internal communications with the franchise network? So one of those, guys, Slack is our hub. That's where we're posting, communicating, sharing new tactics, sharing war stories, big wins, small wins. But we found that it was overwhelming for some folks. So we said, okay, Steven, can you run through Slack every week? Can you record the highlights? Could we put it in an email and get out essentially like make sure you didn't miss this in Slack for the week? So Steven's been heading that up with really great success. And then he also said, hey, can I do an internal podcast? Can I interview franchisees that are crushing it? And was like, yeah, man, go for it. So something else I think Aquila was his first episode, and we've got more in the pipeline. Super excited to see how that goes.
And guys, the internal podcast, you'll be able to grab it from, I think it's a WordPress website Stephen made, where it's exclusive for franchisees. So when you guys grab it, you could actually add it to your Apple or Spotify, but you have to go to the link first to grab that podcast because it's not external, right? These are all the kind of tactics and numbers and inside secrets that is just for your guys' ears. So take a look at that. Find the website, which we'll post in Slack, and you guys can download it to all your favorite apps.
For sure. One of the other things we implemented, and this was based on some feedback, was we spin up a ton of really great like Zoom calls. We're going to put a meeting together where we've got recurring roundtables. We've got so many franchisees now, we needed to build a calendar. So we created the MaidThis Mafia calendar that franchisees can subscribe to. And that way, when we add something, Neil's going to go over pricing, Horacio's going to go over the latest digital marketing strategy. Now that's going to pop up on your calendar feeds. So this was, again, super just thankful for franchisees that are willing to speak up and say, hey, could we do this? This would help improve things for me. And we're pretty quick to respond to that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Crack the Code. So guys, this is like an ongoing initiative. We're devoting company dollars to test out different marketing tactics for you. Things don't work, cool, we've scratched it, and that's fine. If things do work, we let everyone know and help roll it out. So there's a lot of things which take some time to vet. We're testing out a new cold email and cold outbound vendor. We're actually A/B testing it. So we have one vendor, we signed up with another vendor and seeing who performs better. We're testing this out in a couple locations right now. So ongoingly, as new things come up, we're just going to continue to keep this updated as well. Car magnets was a recent one we tested out, and we actually added a honeypot about that. So Jenny, if you want to talk about that one.
Yeah, so I think Megan and Richmond was one of the people that really just provided the numbers that made sense, right? This is how much I invested in a car magnet. This is the money I've generated from it, and it was a no-brainer to us. In fact, we said, let's do a little like incentivized program. So I think for the month of October, if you bought a car magnet and you put a picture up in the community marketing Slack channel, then you got a $40 rebate up to, I think, $80 total for the month. So this is just a handful of the MaidThis car magnets that are cruising around. Super
What was
exciting.
Megan's numbers? Do you remember that?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I don't, but I will tell you, it was one of those, almost like a Dream 100 contact. So the client
I see.
signed up that way started referring other business. And it's been like the investment of a car magnet. You'll never feel more like successful driving around town or getting stuck in traffic, right? Like having, your ad on your car.
Yeah, exactly. Like at least you're advertising when you're stuck in traffic. So
yeah. This
right.
is pretty cool. Yeah.
This one's really cool. We've been working on this for a while. So guys, everyone uses what we set up for you guys with Trello in terms of cleaner recruiting, which has been really, really good to date. We just found out of another software called Breezy HR. What we did is buy a group rate license for you guys. It normally costs $500 per month, but we're just going to centralize that and pay for that. Now you guys have access to Breezy HR. What it does is takes your job posting and posts it on a bunch of different job forums and centralizes cleaner recruiting applications. It's freaking awesome. We've used it in Los Angeles, and we've started posting jobs on forums that we didn't even know existed and started getting applicants from them. So we've already rolled this out in 3 locations. It's going to take a while for the tech team to roll this out to all locations, but all of you guys are going to get access to this, and you can move from Trello straight to this. So expect this to be done by the end of the year, and you guys will all have access to Breezy HR going forward.
That's awesome. I'm excited about that. Speaking of like new enhancements, right?
So this is something people have been asking for a while, and we were trying to figure out the best way of rolling this out. I feel like this is like one of the ultimate cheat codes, which just makes it unfair. So all of you have remote team members, and either you've hired them from Dynamite Jobs or referral. We have access to Sagan, so you guys can hire them from there. One big issue we were noticing is once you guys hire team members, how do you train them? Right? We have MaidThis University for you, but why not MaidThis Junior College? So what we've started to roll out is version 1 of this. And what we're going to do, at least from now through the end of the year, and we can continue it ongoingly as needed, is a weekly roundtable exclusive for your team members. So for your global talent. So for example, there's one actually happening today, right, Jenny? And
Yep.
this is going to be around how do you do the pricing pitch as part of your sales script. Other ones would be like vacation rental quoting, how to do clean recruiting, how do you do productivity and time management, how to use chat GPT for your emails and communication,
Yeah.
how to do outbound cold calling. So all these types of things your team members will just learn without you having to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Completely free for franchisees for now. So send them to this meeting. We're having it every single week. I'm running it myself, and your team members will get some knowledge from us in a good community.
Yep. Super excited. I think that's an awesome like give back to the franchisees and their teams. Very cool.
Pump for it.
Yeah, speaking of round tables, so we continue to have a really successful and I think even like evolving round table for Z's on a monthly basis. In fact, this last one, we had Steven and our guy Matt from Tampa hosted, and it was all about credit card tips, like hacks, tricks, how do you get points, how do you travel for free? Blew my mind, like as someone who's not delved into that much. And it was a really cool, interactive session, you know, maybe not directly tied to business, but certainly like everybody has a business credit card. This was a really cool, and I don't know, Neil, I think you came on it for part of it. I think everybody made some action items and made a little bit of money, like immediately walking away from this by taking some action. Yeah.
I did. I immediately did. I mean, I knew what card to downgrade. I knew which new one to sign up for. We even shared referral links with everyone. So, like easy ROI for my time. This was awesome.
Yeah. It's the benefit of growing a franchise network. You get these people that have expertise and passion in certain areas. Like we're going to include that in the community. So continue to do that. In fact, the next round table coming up in December, Neil's going to host, and it's really about projections and budgeting for the next year. We're talking about that in all the coaching calls and pod calls right now. What are your goals? What does the business look like for you a year from now? And how does budgeting and projecting, you know, play a role in that?
Yep. All right. This is one which has been in the works for a while. We're constantly updating it and innovating it. The new website is going to drop at the end of the year for version 1, and there'll be ongoing updates from there. Guys, we're completely handling this for you. Invested over 5 figures in this, making it the best for you guys. So this is being rolled out. There's a new booking form. There's a new booking page. There's new videos on there. There's a lot more social proof. It looks way cleaner. So tentative ETA is end of the year, and it'll just be ongoingly rolled out for all locations automatically for you.
Yeah. And for those locations that were able to shoot some video content at our last MaidThis Live X, because you're going to get a local about us page, which is going to help, you know, with the SEO juice, help with your community presence. We're going to actually put those videos on the site. So we've really put some thought into what this redesign looks like. Really excited. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. And ongoingly, we try to support you guys the best you can. Like the more you can communicate with us and let us know what you're looking for, the more we could curate stuff. That's how the idea for the remote team member roundtable came about, and the idea for the budgeting call and all these kind of cool things. They came from you guys, and we want to continue to support you guys. So any feedback you have, anything you're looking at, mention the Jenny on your pod calls, throw it in Slack, shoot me a note, and we could just better support you guys. Thanks so much.